you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome. This is the Tobago Updates morning show, and we're live. It's Thursday, April 2nd, 2026, and it's a pleasure to be in your company. Whether you're joining us on Flow, AMPLIA, Hub TV, YouTube, or any other platform, it is indeed a pleasure being in your company. Graciously sharing this morning's set with me is Mrs. Nicole Williams-Wilson. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Mr. Brown. How are you, sir?
I am alive and thankful.
Excellent. Today's an excellent day. Good morning, viewers. Again, I am Nicole Williams-Wilson, and it is always a pleasure to be with you all on the morning show. So look forward to this morning's program because it's one that is going to be filled with a lot of laughter. Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
We've had a lot happening in this pretty short work week so far, Nicole. What has been standing out in your mind?
So what really stood out for me is the fact that we have some excellent and remarkable athletes that is going to be representing us in the upcoming Carifta Games. So we really and truly look forward to seeing excellence coming out of them. And we really want to congratulate the Division of Youth because they would have really assisted them by giving them some, necessary grants to push them in the right direction. So we continue to declare success over them as they go forth to represent the country.
And yes. we're certain that we can look forward to a lot of good stuff coming out of Carifta 2026.
Correct, yes.
With that, we head to the news in 90 seconds. In your news this morning, the government is moving to transform the justice system with the Probation of Offenders Amendment Bill 2026. Justice Minister Devish Maharaj introduced split sentencing, a measure wherein offenders would serve part of their time in prison, followed by supervised community probation. The goal is to slash prison overcrowding and improve rehabilitation. Under the new rules, reformed individuals can apply even to have their records sealed, allowing them to obtain certificates of character and to re-enter the workforce. However, the stakes are high, as any breach of these measures can see offenders returning to prison to serve the full original sentence. The Ministry of Health has issued a voluntary recall of Rosabella moringa capsules. The product is suspected of salmonella contamination, which can cause severe diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps, posing a high risk to the elderly and those with weakened immune systems. If you have this product, stop using it immediately and return it to the place of purchase. Contact the Division of Health or the Chemistry, Food and Drug Division for guidance. Finally, Tobago's Carifta contingent departs for Grenada today to compete in the regional games. Joining the young athletes is Education Secretary Orlando Kerr, who is accompanying the team to provide ground support. After weeks of intense training and the recent distribution of THA grants, the athletes are prepared and reportedly in high spirits and ready to dominate. That's your news in 90 seconds. Tune in again at 6:30 p.m. for our full newscast. Nicole?
Yes, sir.
We start celebrating?
Oh, today's an excellent day. 2nd of April is a remarkable day because we have some amazing individuals celebrating their birthday today. So starting it off, we have none other than Miss Janelle Moore. Very radiant, very beautiful. I declare over your life that you're going to have a remarkable day. Treat yourself really nicely today because you are definitely shining bright like a diamond and declaring God's continued blessings over your life.
Next up, Randall Thomas. quiet gentleman, but very full of purpose and certain of where he's heading. Yes, I do know Randall. We wish you a very, very happy birthday. We trust that you are going to receive all of God's blessings and that this day begins for you a new year of favor and productivity. Happy birthday and God bless you.
Oh, ending off our birthday celebration. And again, yeah, well, as I mentioned, today is a really excellent day, 2nd of April 2026. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Jack Camaria Keynes to Master Jack, declaring God's blessings over your life. And you know, you really and truly sing beautifully. So yes, she does. Yes. So I declare that you continue to sing and that you continue to, you know, declare God's blessings over your life, and that you know, enjoy your day to the fullest. And I declare that you are definitely gonna be, you know, continue to be a remarkable individual and continue to grow. Yes.
Thank you very much. Happy birthday to those of you who probably didn't make it on this morning. Remember that you can send your greetings or your person that you would want us to share birthday greetings for here on the show. Send it to Tobago Updates, and we are certainly going to include them in the next episode. Nicole, what can we look forward to this morning?
This morning, as we mentioned, we have a remarkable show this morning for you. Coming up, we have Fatima Fraser. She's a corporate communication officer, and Ijoma DeGale Harry. And today are going to be talking about the farmer and artisan market. In fact, Ijoma is the director and marketing and business development officer of the Division of Food Security. After such, we have Laugh and to Live, the comedy show. And here in studio, we're going to have Alan, the entertainer, and Handsome Sonson. And remember, I mentioned that this morning is a morning of laughter. So they are going to lead us in such. And the ending up this morning's program, we have Bijon Pear, a popular gospel artist, alongside Nathaniel, who is also a gospel artist, and they are going to be talking about Arise, the concert that is coming up. So we have a really exciting morning, Alex.
Indeed, certainly. So viewers, we encourage you to stay with us all through this morning show and enjoy all of it. We go to a break. During the break, remember to share the live, share the live, and we will be right back.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
John's Bar on the Boulevard presents the Tobago Vibes Festival. 1 weekend, 4 free events. That's right, 4 nights of freeness at John's Bar. Thursday, April 2nd, we start off with the Conscious Vibes at I Love Reggae, featuring international reggae superstar Ross Shiloh.
On to Zion we go, and I can't move slow, no.
Shiloh.
Are you satisfied? Wipe the tears from your eyes.
Also featuring TNT's very own Kevin Carter and Garden Knight, alongside your favorite reggae-matic DJs. Easter weekend on the Esplanade. It's the safe and secure, admission-free, first annual Tobago Vibes Festival. See social media for details. Keywords Tobago Vibes Festival. I love reggae. Powered by Nejon's Bar on the Boulevard.
Lemonade, Violet Vibes. This Easter Monday, April 6th, it's the ultimate premium all-inclusive breakfast party. Lemonade, Violet Vibes. Lemonade from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Fairways Restaurant and Lounge. Bringing the vibes live on stage. Tristo. Kimmy.
Tonight is action. In the people place action. When you're on your way.
Sponsored by Penny Savers Supermarket, Comsearch Networking, AVT General Services Limited, Tobago Updates, Angostura, Absolute Vodka, Campari, Tobago Festivals Commission Limited, and Bermudez. This Easter Monday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Fairways Restaurant and Lounge. Lemonade, Violet Vibes, where the vibes are always refreshing.
Trinidad, Tobago and abroad, your chance to drive away in a brand new SUV is still on. The BHS Centennial Raffle has been extended to Thursday 30th April 2026. And that's not all. Prizes include travel for two to Miami and Curacao, Tobago staycation, iPhones, computers, smart TVs and more. Tickets still only $100. Get yours at selected outlets or at islandetickets.com. Details at bishopstobago100.com/raffle.
Yo, I don't know the thing critical and crucial is Friday night blazing the parts usual. And on this Easter weekend, I'm going to be there for Arise at our beautiful twin Isle of Tobago. So looking forward to seeing you there. And remember, I fed up by the captivity, fed up by the lockdown. I find it's time to lose bear. The imprisonment got to stop now. Critical and crucial, see you there.
Arise!
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement. Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
We get ready as the Conby Mount Pleasant Community Council brings to you their Easter Sport and Family Day. On Monday, 6th April, Easter Monday, we transform the Mount Pleasant recreational grounds. We kick off with track and field events, novelty races, Easter bonnet competition, the Greasy Pole Challenge, and the highly anticipated William Woods Premier Goat Racing Classic. Huge prizes to be won, and we can't forget the Kids Corner with rides and bouncy castles. At 7 p.m., it's an after party and a stage show by popular artists and DJs. Grounds tickets cost $60 for adults and $30 for kids 5 to 12 years. Pavilion tickets cost $100 and children under 5 years are free. So register early for races. Check out Conby Mount Pleasant Community Council on Facebook. 474-4661. 474-4661 for more details. Live performance by the 2026 National Calypso Monarch Queen, Terry Lyons.
I need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing.
Tobago
It's Carnival. The Vibe, the event space formerly known as Shade, for the Court Tobago, said, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum, it's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is carnival.
Hop, hop, hip hooray. Easter money's on its way. Some bunny's getting a great rate today. Looking for a rate that's bright and sunny? Hop on down for some Easter money. 1% interest through and through. Because we see you at BCU. Apply for a 1% Easter loan and let's hatch something great together. Hop, hop, hip hooray. Easter money's on its way.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. This morning, we are here to highlight an initiative that continues to strengthen the connection between our communities and local agriculture. The Division of Food Security will be hosting its farmer and artisan market. And guess what? It is today, 2nd April, from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Division's main car park. Joining us this morning to share some more information on this excellent initiative is none other than Miss Ijoma DeGale Harry, and she's the Director, Marketing and Business Development Officer. And also in studio we have Fatima Fraser, Corporate Communication Officer. Good morning, ladies.
Thank you. Good morning. Morning.
So tell us, provide us with some background as it relates to, this initiative, Farmer and Artisan Markets.
Yes, we first started with our wholesale farmers market, our farmers wholesale market, but we realized our agro-processors have been asking for us to give them support and showcase what they do, because they also are directly linked to our farmers, because their products really come from our farmers, our agro-processors. So today we want to highlight our agro-processors, our farmers, and also our fishermen. So all three of them will be at our car park today, and we want you to come and support them because you want to see what Tobago has to offer, and it's a wide range of things that we'll have on display today.
Thank you so much. So again, encouraging us to be out. Yes. Fatima, in fact, any one of you all, tell me, in your view, what role does this initiative play in supporting national food security and the local economic development?
Well, I believe the mission of the division is to provide accessible, affordable, and healthy food supply. And with supporting local, we stimulate the economy, we support local farmers directly, and this initiative came about because we recognize that a lot of persons do import our food supply, and when we want to reduce the dependency on imports. So by supporting local and supporting our farmers directly, you stimulate the economy, and we want to definitely give the farmers and our artisans a platform so that they can build awareness for their business, and they can advertise their products and show Tobago what they have. And they're very hardworking, so we are here to support them in every way.
And our division is charged with that responsibility, because the Division of Food Security is charged with improving agricultural production and the promotion of agriculture as a viable business in Tobago. So that is what we are about, exactly what Fatima said. And also the department that I am responsible for, the Department of Marketing, that is also our core role. Our core role is to help give our farmers and our agro-processors the technical assistance to help grow their business. Because just like what Fatima said, we want to ensure that our farmers, our agro-processors, they get that support to ensure that their business is a viable one, and also ensure that we import less, and also know that what we have here in Tobago is good, and it is something that you are sure meets health and food safety standards. Because sometimes we need to be mindful that you don't know what you're eating. But when you eat from us, from our farmers and our agro-processors, you know that it meets food and health safety standards.
Thank you so much. You all made some excellent points. One really standing out for me is the fact that this market is going to reduce the dependency on imports, and that is an excellent initiative. And I know that this morning and this initiative would not have been possible with the assistance and with the spearheading from the secretary, which is Mr. Wayne Clark. So pleasant good morning to you, sir. Secretary in the Division of Food Security, and also the administrator, none other than Mr. Julian Skeet. Yes. So we say a very special thank you, because we know that this initiative is one that is going to propel Tobago in the right direction.
I would like to also add that the Division of Food Security, we tend to always get excellent secretaries. Right? So we tend to get excellent secretaries with a heart and a mind for Tobago and for ensuring that our division propel forward. We had formerly Letitia Charles Panton, and now we have the man on the ground, our Assembly Member, Mr. Wayne Clark.
Yes, no
Good
problem.
morning, Secretary.
I know that, well, actually, me and an individual, we had a conversation last night, and we were talking about why 7 to 10, yes? So I am here, so I can ask you, why 7 to 10 a.m. this morning?
Well, it's basically because the event is in our car park at Milshiv Complex, and normally market goers go to the market very early, and we're trying to beat the sun as well. So because it's in that open space, we don't want the sun to be an issue for persons to not come out and to stay. So that is why it's from 7 to 10.
Okay, nice.
So people who are going to work, you could come get your goods and then head off to work. So you could come 7 because you have to reach to work for 8 o'clock. Come for 7 because it's already after 7.
Right.
So you're supposed to be there right now doing your shopping. We also want to mention that there will be giveaways. We ensured and we spoke with our agro-processors, our farmers, and our fishermen, and told them you need to ensure that you have specials for our customers this morning. So do look out for your giveaways, do look out for your special packages for the Easter weekend that is coming up.
So tell me, what can individuals or what can patrons expect in terms of the variety and quality of products that they're gonna see this morning at the artisan market?
I worked with my list for you. I worked with my list.
So viewers, please listen out because she has the list.
Yes. So we would have cucumbers, we will have sweet potato, yam. You'll have your lettuce for this weekend. People who are having their harvest time this weekend, look out for your lettuce, look out for your flavor pepper for your seasoning, look out for your plantain, your bananas. We will also have from our agro-processors, confectionaries, fudges, red mango, cake. You'll have in your hot cross buns over this today. We also would have someone who has punch creme, reminiscent of Christmas. Yes. Tamarind sauce, your garlic sauce. Our fishermen will be working with their frozen fish, smoked fish. People who want always looking out for your smoked fish. And there's also someone, this fisherman, I really liked how he's doing it. He's going to give you your nuggets, fish nuggets, fish slices, your fillet, all of that you can expect on our compound this morning.
And I think that fillet fish is going to be, well, not the fillet, but there are fish that may be seasoned as well.
Yes. And it's going to be packaged, yes? So you just come, get your package, pay for your package, and you can just rush off to work, put it in the fridge and work, and don't forget it in the fridge and work, right?
Don't forget it in the fridge. Yes. So we really and truly look forward. I know for sure that one of the, the individuals that going to be selling is Mr. Ashby, and he is the one that would be packaging the fishes and seasoning, and an excellent young man. And I really have to say that this is an excellent step in the right direction. Tell me, as it relates to this initiative, is it something that we see being expanded? Because I know today is the first, right?
Yes, I also spoke to our butchers.
Right.
Yes, because I'm not sure if you're aware, the market setting department, we have responsibility for the Scarborough market, the Scarborough abattoir, our Louis D'Or processing facility. I would like to come back to speak more concerning that, because our Louis D'Or processing facility will be reopening soon, and we will also have our Mason Hall food hub, which will be opening soon later on this year. So we intend to ensure that we encourage our butchers. You can be part of this. So our next initiative, because we plan to have 2 more later on this year, the next one right before school. So listen out. Right before school, we are looking at August to have our next one. And also we would look to have one coming closer to Christmas.
Yes, and because our division is so large, we have a lot of projects coming up, and because our division is separated into the Department of Agriculture, Marketing, Marines, Resources, Fisheries, our General Administrative Support Services, HR, Accounts, IT, etc. I want viewers to join and follow our social media pages. On Instagram, we are Food Security Division, THA. And on Facebook, we are the Division of Food Security. So follow our social media pages to be informed and updated on all our projects coming up.
So before we conclude, tell me, what message would you like to share with our audience? And I think this is your time to, do an advertisement.
Buy local.
Support local.
Yes, buy local, support local. Don't forget World Food Day is coming soon.
Right. So just to reiterate, buy local.
And support
local. I feel like that's like a little slang that we can use. Yes. So Division of Food Security, buy local, support local. All right. So viewers, you heard that this morning again we have the farmer and artisan market, and I want us to head on down. Yes, I now have the idea behind the 7 to 10, so I am encouraging our viewers to participate, because I really see this as a step in the right direction. And Fatima would have made the important point that this is to reduce the dependency on imports, and I really have to put in the plug that we have some excellent farmers, some excellent individuals who really and truly understand the importance of this department, understand the importance of agriculture on the whole, on the environment of Tobago, or in Tobago on the whole. Any closing words? Tell me.
No. Buy local, support local, and follow our division page.
Okay, so buy local, support local, and
please come.
Yes, please come.
Yes.
Please come. All right, so I want us viewers, let's head on down. Just for those who are not aware where this division is located, tell us.
We are located
right at the Shervan complex, right by the roundabout. It's also the building where licensing is, right? So it's right in that car park. We'll be there from 7 to 10 today.
So thank you so much, so much. Again, excellent opportunity to support local, access fresh and high quality products, and to engage directly with individuals who truly have a heart for the food security on the island of Tobago. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Nice. At this time, we gonna be heading to a break. So stay tuned and remember to always share the live, and share the live.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. You better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
People, the 4th and 5th of April is all about Arise. Tobago, we coming. Oh, let's see the video of jumping out of planes for this one. Parachuting down to the Scarborough Amphitheater. Yes, this is the place to be. Along with other friends and them, and even the ones from Tobago too. Big up all yourself. We're going to have a great time in Jesus' name. Arise!
Arise! Blissful melodies come from heaven, so his praise are given to the King that given it.
I think part of the problem we have, and this is not unique to cardiology, but this concept of checkup is going for review. So for example, women are probably better at, they have the mammogram, they have the pap smear, an older patient may have a schedule with a healthcare clinic. For a lot of people in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s don't think of our healthcare as being part of a proactive thing. So they're waiting for something to happen, then go to the doctor.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Trinidad, Tobago and abroad, your chance to drive away in a brand new SUV is still on. The BHS Centennial Raffle has been extended to Thursday 30th April 2026. And that's not all. Prizes include travel for two to Miami and Curacao, Tobago staycation, iPhones, computers, smart TVs and more. Tickets still only $100. Get yours at selected outlets or at islandetickets.com. Details at bishopstobago100.com/raffle.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Hair goals, we've got 'em. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
The Caribbean is more than just a place.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back. We're glad that you've stayed with us. As promised, we go into that segment where we put a broader smile on your face than already has been. We're talking about the Live and Laugh comedy show, and to talk with us about that show this morning is Alan the Entertainer and Handsome Sonson. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Greetings.
Morning.
Oh, father.
I'm sure that our viewers are already smiling. Comedy, even the good book says that a merry heart does good like a medicine.
Correct.
People sometimes tend to overlook the value of laughter because we take everything so seriously to the point where sometimes things that we should laugh about, we get upset. But you have been doing comedy and you make this about really having people's lives a little less stressful. And so, well, what got each of you into comedy?
I don't have to let son. Son, I don't know how you reached here this morning, but for me, comedy is something that was ingrained in me as a child. You understand? So I would say everybody has that thing that God gave them.
All right.
Some people sing, some could do spoken word, others would do, so whatever it is. I think for me, comedy was there from as a child, and I would watch drama performances, going to church. I'm growing up in church. My mother was part of the drama team,
okay.
The drama group, right? And I would sit and watch to see, and the funny elements of it is what I'm looking at the most. The funny character. So I think that there's a proclivity, or there's a inkling of comedy from a boy, a little boy.
You will be making some of our church-going audience cringe. You looking for something funny in church? Church is
a
serious place.
No, church is, listen, I think some of my best pieces were written in church. While worship going on, while the pastor preaching, I would have written certain stuff and people
I have to have a chat with your pastor.
Oh, come on. Yes.
Handsome Sonson, how did you get into comedy?
Well, I really wasn't always a comedian. I was a very quiet fella and serious fella, and I don't know. I don't call myself a comedian, to be honest. But I find comedians are ugly people, and apart from that. So
with a name like Handsome Sonson, you cannot be an ugly person.
No. Well, yeah, you could. Well, I really and truly am the best looking in all my family, and
I suspected that.
Yeah, and I just go and do comedy because people just love me, and I'm gonna tell you again, right?
People see performers generally in the arts and comedians only from the stage, and often it may be challenging to visualize a life off stage. But what does life off stage for you look like?
I think for me, what you see is what you get. We live what we do on stage. I don't think it's a performance, really and truly. It's the unveiling of a story. Sometimes it's the thing about comedy is really life in itself. It's just like music. It's just a different way to see what we go through and express what we go through. So there is an art form that, that we get to, you get to see yourself through a different point of view. You understand? So we all go through certain things, and some of us find it very difficult to laugh at it. But what if you could laugh at your problems? What if you could laugh at your pains? What if you could laugh at your situation? So again, it's how we see life. So while we're going through life, our job is to snapshot the thing or the issue or the element or the problem, and then, present it on stage in a way that we can all connect with and laugh at.
So it's really an expression of the reality of the lives we live on a daily basis.
What you see is what you get. I think I'm no different on stage than I am at home with interacting with children. I don't make everything funny, but I find ways to make everything fun.
Not everything funny.
Yeah,
but everything fun.
Yeah,
I think that's a good place.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to adapt to that.
Yeah, make it fun, man.
Outside of that, life is this work full time, or is there work outside? Because sometimes we tend to see people on stage as kind of like outside the norm. We don't see them as living normal lives. What do you do outside of this? That
I do this full time I've been doing this full time from the year 2015, 2014. Before that, I was in insurance. I was a middle management of insurance and stuff. And I think my manager then stopped me and said, Alan, you know what? I think you should let this thing go and do it with your entertainment full time. And I'm like, how dare you tell me let this thing go? I'm a very good insurance salesman, but there was a calling in my life to do this thing full time. And you know, so if there's a calling, you follow your calling. You understand? And from 2015 to now, I have no regrets. Absolutely no regrets, because so I do this thing 100% full time. I'm on radio, I'm on television, I travel to do comedy, you know, so this is me full time.
Interesting you said radio. When I was asked to join this program, I was like, what, that's television, I have a good face for radio, why? But Handsome Son, is this full time work for you as well?
No, this is part time work for me. Yeah. So I do this part-time, and as Alan was saying earlier on, you see sometimes in life we go through difficulty, but there's opportunity to advance yourself, and some of the things that we go through in life, we make it fun now. You could turn, because some of my things that I would talk about are some things that I went through in life.
Okay.
But I see it as an opportunity to reach somebody and to change life.
To change life.
Yes.
So comedy being a reflection of real life by real people.
Yeah.
And the objective is not only to put a smile on the face, but to change life.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I want to give each of you the opportunity now, whether individually or together, to share with us some of what you do. Just make our viewers laugh off you.
I don't know what. I've heard some of Sansan stories, and trust me, Sansan.
Well, the thing is, I had a really hard life. And I must give God all the glory, because He bring the transformation in my life. Honestly, growing up, my life was tough, because I grew up in a home that wasn't, I had a lot of negativity. I don't want to get into details, but it did a lot of damp to my life. I couldn't physically grow because it was difficult, but God turned it around. And, you know, the problem is, well, one of the things happened to me is really and truly the devil wanted to kill me when I was a baby. Because, you know,
That sounds like the Jesus story.
Huh?
That sounds like the Jesus story. You started out good, man.
Well, yeah, well, the thing is, when my mother went to make me, it was a little different. You know, normally when a lady go to make a baby and the baby come out, born, and the baby didn't born, they hit the baby and the womb, she pow! Make sure the baby go, eh! Well, the problem is, when my mother make me, they hit my mother instead. And they asked my mother asked them, what you hit me for? They said, that's what you're going to make? But I was a treasure to my mother. So everybody was excited, because I the first for my mother, you know. Look at me. And everybody was excited to see what my mother making. So they come in the room and they say, what you make? My mother said, God bless me with a treasure. Well, when they watch me, they say, bury it. But God had been good to me. After me, my mother and father went and make 4 children after me. But Lord have mercy. Them fellas come out ugly. I the best looking in all of them. So, my mother said, what we going to name him? My father said, name him after he looks handsome, son. So that's how I gave my name. People judge me wrong, but I must say, I don't want to shift from that, but I must say we must pray. Praying is a good thing, and we must pray for marriages, because marriage is under pressure. Before I leave to come to Tobago, my neighbor went through a bitter divorce, real bitter. He know that the divorce was going through. Yesterday, before I reached home, he come out bawling. I said, what you bawling for? He said, the divorce finally went through, and they have to split everything half and half. But I say, but didn't you know that was coming? He said, yes, we have to split the house half and half. I said, what is the problem? He said, well, she get the inside and he get the outside. So we really had to pray, things going really tough.
You see?
And, you know.
And that's the thing about comedy. Comedy gives you that space to share your life and share your world around you. Like for me, I'm very observant. I'm observational, right? I do observational type of comedy. I give situations and I tell stories, really and truly. That's one of my strengths. And when I come to Tobago, whenever I come to Tobago to do a show, I pretty much like to come to Tobago and back talk Trinidad.
You're not planning to go back?
No, I had to go back. We are accustomed to that, but you know, because Tobagonians, we know in Trinidad, Tobagonians are bad talk Trinidadians.
Sure?
Yeah. I've been a part of some Tobago conversations, and I know. So I come to join in bad talk in Trinidad, and I know why. I cannot edgy like that because it's just the simple fact. That's what happens. Here is the situation too. It's we fault. Trinidadians cause this problem. How? I see your face, Alex, wondering how we cause our problem. Because when all right, you have a sister?
Not blood sister, but I have a few sisters.
You have a sister. When you go to your sister home, how it does be? She welcome you. Say, look like right now, my home is your home. Throw your foot up. You understand? Relax. Breeze out, don't worry yourself. Go in the fridge. I sit in a taxi inside here already. I say, why when I come to Tobago, the sister aisle, I feel like a distant cousin. They start to laugh. I say, no, it feels like an outside child, outside cousin. Here's my sister. But it's we fault because when you come to Tobago, you come in the case of a foreigner. If you see them in the port, big, long suitcase, full up. I say, hey, when you go into Tobago, you buy your sister aisle, dress down. That's why I come in my short pants. You understand?
He's literally wearing
a short pants, jersey. You ain't come here to they come to want to put on pressure. No, we're in a sister place. They never wear hat on the beach. They come to Tobago, they have this broad rim hat. You don't do that in Trinidad. What you doing, What you doing?
I don't know you wear my hat in Trinidad too.
You had to wear a hat, hands up.
Well,
you need to keep that under.
My grandfather gave me this hat.
Oh, father. You understand what I'm saying? It's my fault. And I understand. So when I come here, I want to make sure I'm fitting. I know.
So you're just coming home?
I coming home. I want to look like a wee boy that.
A wee boy.
A wee boy. When I come here, I fit in. When I ask something, you give me the Trinidad price. You give me the Tobago price. I want the Tobago price when I'm buying something to drink. I want the Tobago price when I'm buying something to eat. Because I see it. I discover it already too. So I just want to bad talk Trinidad sometimes and fit in with the crowd. And I want people to come out there and just laugh. This fellow who coming with us, Blacker from Jamaica. Blacker is a legend in comedy. If for those who don't know Blacker, it's either a Gen Z or a Gen X, you understand, or you have no cable or internet. I don't know. But Blacker is what you would call one of the legends of comedy. Caribbean comedy, that is. You understand? So I'm growing up looking at him on television, and I've shared this space with him in Barbados. I shared space with him in Jamaica. So I know the dude inside out, and he's a believer as well. This fella is funny on and off stage. As I said, this is not even a show for him. This is just how he lives. This is what we do. You understand?
As you mentioned, Blacker, you can probably just take us now as we're winding the interview down into time, place, and who else we can expect to see.
Well, I've never been to Birchwood, the Birchwood
Legacy Park.
Legacy Park. I keep looking at it because I was bite my tongue every time I say Birchwood. But we at Birchwood Legacy Park is Laugh and Live, and tickets are still available. On Islandy tickets, of course, for $150 at the door, friends. If you don't get tickets today, because tomorrow's store is closed, you're going to pay more. $200 at the door. And trust me, Blacker will come at it from Jamaica. Son has some really good stories. And I myself, I'm going to tell you some true to life stories that are very funny that, been hitting social media very hard. So I really, we ought to give, I know Pastor Terrence Wade, he's the amateur. He's a now Johnny come lately.
Careful, no, that is my friend.
Oh, no. Well, I'm a bad talking with you.
No, you can't do. You come to Tobago to bad talk Trinidad and you can't
bad talking. I'm not talking him. He's the amateur, but he's a very good amateur. He came to Trinidad sometimes and he did some comedy with us, and trust me, he's really good. You understand? And the nice thing about it is, if one didn't laugh, he go sing. Bounce it, I'm telling you, man, want to swivel. If you get to laugh, you go start to sing and dance. Don't worry yourself.
So date and time for Live and Laugh.
So Friday at Birchwood Legacy. You see at
Lowlands.
And Lowlands. I think
you know where this is. You've been there before.
I'm looking for the time again.
7 in the PM.
But your son ain't easy. You're bright
memory too.
Yeah.
You're right bright. You now only handsome, but you're bright.
And I don't want
and of course, get there for 7 p.m. Show starts on time, and trust me, it's going to be a barrel of laughs, loads of laughter, loads of love, loads of fun.
7 p.m. tomorrow evening, Birchwood Legacy Park, Birchwood Crescent, Lowlands. Viewers, you need to go out and get your tickets today if you want to take advantage of paying only $150. If not, you pay $200 on entry tomorrow evening. It's 7 p.m. Go out, have some good, clean fun, enjoy yourselves, laugh, and make it a good start to the long Easter weekend. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. We trust that you are going to have a very, very successful event, and we look forward to seeing you again on the morning show here.
Alex, come out and do all the laughter. You know, take a mic and try something.
Unfortunately, I have, I tell you, I'm not for. I for radio.
Everybody could make people laugh. I show you have some comedy inside it.
Let's try this for the next time around, right?
All right, cool.
The amateurs will do.
We'll have an amateur section,
right,
and we wouldn't put you there because you're skilled if you have enough experience, man. But
again, thank you for joining us, and we trust that this is going to be a really successful show for you. Thank you for joining us. Viewers, stay with us. We take a short break. When we come back, we talk Arise as we head into the Easter weekend. Remember, during the break, share the live, share the live, share the live. We will be back.
John's Bar on the Boulevard presents the Tobago Vibes Festival. 1 weekend, 4 free events. That's right, 4 nights of freeness at John's Bar. Thursday, April 2nd, we start off with the Conscious Vibes at I Love Reggae, featuring international reggae superstar Ross Shiloh.
On to Zion we go, and I can't move slow, no.
Shiloh.
Are you satisfied? Wipe the tears from your eyes.
Also featuring TNT's very own Kevin Carter and Garden Knight, alongside your favorite reggae-matic DJs. Easter weekend on the Esplanade. It's the safe and secure, admission-free, first annual Tobago Vibes Festival. See social media for details. Keywords Tobago Vibes Festival. I Love Reggae. Powered by John's Bar on the Boulevard.
Arise!
Young people don't know the thing critical and crucial is Friday night blazing the party shot. And on this Easter weekend, I'm going to be there for Arise at our beautiful twin Isle of Tobago. So looking forward to seeing you there. And remember, I fed up by the captivity, fed up by the lockdown. I find it's time to lose bear. The imprisonment got to stop now. Critical and crucial, see you there.
Arise!
In a world where our health defines our future and the Caribbean stands on the front lines of climate change, rising NCDs and global challenges, knowledge becomes our greatest defense. Caribbean Medical TV is your guide on the journey to wellness and insight, featuring our region's own doctors, nurses, climate specialists and medical institutions. From physical well-being to the emotional and mental balance we all deserve. Caribbean Medical TV empowers you because building a healthier future isn't just a regional goal, it's a global responsibility. In the Caribbean, vitality isn't just a goal, it's a way of living. Connect with the region through knowledge, hope, and the power of Caribbean resilience on Caribbean Medical TV, where awareness becomes power. Join the conversation, join the movement. Be viewing Season 4 of Caribbean Medical TV right here on this station.
We get ready as the Cornby Mount Pleasant Community Council brings to you their Easter Sport and Family Day. On Monday, 6th April, Easter Monday, we transform the Mount Pleasant recreational grounds. We kick off with track and field events, novelty races, Easter bonnet competition, the Greasy Pole Challenge, and the highly anticipated William Woods Premier Goat Racing Classic. Huge prizes to be won, and we can for 44661 474 4661 for more details. Live performance by the 2026 National Calypso Monarch Queen, Terry Lyons.
Need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing.
Lemonade. Violet Vibes.
Switch it on. Call my name, some girl only pretty on holiday.
This Easter Monday, April 6th, it's the ultimate premium all-inclusive breakfast party. Lemonade, Violet Vines. Lemonade from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Fairways Restaurant and Lounge. Bringing the vibes live on stage. Tristo. Kimmy.
Tonight is action in the people place. Action when you roll your waist.
Sponsored by Penny Savers Supermarket, Comsearch Networking, AVT General Services Limited, Tobago Updates, Angostura, Absolute Vodka, Campari, Tobago Festivals Commission Limited, and Bermudez. This Easter Monday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Fairways Restaurant and Lounge. Lemonade, Violet Vines, where the vibes are always refreshing.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The Vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade. For the court Tobago. Said, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday. Starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week. And pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser. Allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through. Every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612. Or email iwamg@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum. It's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is carnival.
Hop, hop, hip hooray. Easter money's on its way. Some bunnies getting a great rate today. Looking for a rate that's bright and sunny? Hop on down for some Easter money. 1% interest through and through. Because we see you at BCU. Apply for a 1% Easter loan and let's hatch something great together. Hop, hop, hip hooray. Easter money's on its way.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. Rooted in connection, driven by community. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Baby, when you whine on me. Somebody get the phone, go on the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, viewers, again, and welcome back. Today we have three important individuals in studio with us, and they are going to be talking about Arise 2025 Tobago. We will arise, and we all understand that Easter season is approaching, and this is a time for reflection, renewal, and celebration. In studio with us we have Mr. Powder. Bijon Pair is also going to be, following or leading as it relates to on video, and none other than Mrs. Chantal Lindsay Powder. Pleasant good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir. So tell us, vision behind Arise.
Nice. It's a pleasure being here. So morning to Tobago and morning to the wider world. Morning to you, Bijon, too. Good to have you on the inside. Yes, essentially, Arise is a time for Tobagonians. So I want to say the church community, the Christian community, wider than the church community. Persons who are interested in positive fun, positive experience, an experience where you can come out with your family and enjoy good, uplifting music, or I dare say a good uplifting atmosphere in general. And the funny thing about it is that Arise started with just that, and Arise essentially mushroomed into a product that not just created that atmosphere or created that experience, but also put Tobago as the place to be for Easter itself. And so we've sort of partnered, I want to say, with every right-thinking Tobagonian to say that if you want to enjoy Easter, you need to be in Tobago first. And then, since you're in Tobago, Arise is also happening as well.
Mrs. Powder, tell us, what can patrons expect as it relates to Arise?
Well, in addition to all that he would have mentioned, I think a very important piece to mention is that there will be a lot of giveaways. Not just for persons who will be attending, but the last time we had targeted a number of families that were in need, and Arise was able to present them with food hampers and help out a lot of families over the Easter, thanks to all of the sponsors who contributed to that. So I would say, if you know that there are certain families in your community that would be in need of a food hamper, you think that we can help them in some way, come out, reach out to somebody. We would have a number, reach out to any one of us, and you can expect that. So we're not just giving you food for your spirit, but we're giving you food for your actual body. We're reaching your need, because sometimes people just actually need something to eat. Instead of just saying, let me say a prayer for you, we're actually reaching you where you need to be met.
Thank you so much, and I really want to commend you all, because Arise is sounding much more than just a gospel concert. Yes, we are definitely going to be reaching individuals. Mr. Pear, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Tell us.
Arise is something. This is going to be my third time being there. The first time I didn't know what to expect. The second time was bigger than the first time, and I must say, I am really looking forward to the third time, because the Arise atmosphere is not just people sitting down doing random things while a concert going on. Like, everybody's engaged. Sometimes when something is happening free in the community, you just feel like people just around like they engaged, they with the concert, and it's high energy, it's high ministry, and it's really for everybody, not just the Christian community. It's for everybody. You know what I mean? So come out and come hear some of your favorite gospel ministers and be blessed. It will be a blessing, I guarantee it. 2 nights. Come for the 2 nights.
Wow, you mentioned 2 nights. So tell us, what do we expect on the first night and on the second night?
Well, I dare say you are to expect ministry, fun, upliftment, encouragement, both Saturday and Sunday. And because of the configuration of the program, I would say we encourage persons to come out both nights to get the full experience, the absolute full experience. So the entire weekend is booked at Scarborough Amphitheatre for Arise. That's what we want to put out there. That's what we want to encourage.
I like how you mentioned that point because I was thinking, all right, I'll go this Saturday.
Nah.
No, don't do
No
that.
night is better than the other. If
Saturday.
you miss
do that.
one, you miss something good.
All right,
Yes.
no, don't do that. We have to go both days.
Yes.
All right. So, viewers, you heard it. You have to be there on Saturday and on Sunday.
That's
yes?
right.
Excellent. Tell us time, place, venue, etc.
So it will be at Scarborough Amphitheatre, 6 p.m. The atmosphere is really charged with prayer. We always start with prayer. We have such an amazing cast of ministers that we partner with. We have yours truly, Chantal, who's going to be there. You have Donald Job, Gabby Williams, even Jada George as well. And also Minister Kashif Wilson. And then you have, of course, you would have heard from Bijon, Blessed Messenger, Nathaniel, Fahrenheit. So many persons are essentially going to come together to really uplift the name of Christ and to declare that Tobago belongs to Christ, declaring that we will arise both Saturday and Sunday at Scarborough Amphitheatre, promptly at 6 p.m.
I really, really want to commend you all because for me, Arise sounds much more than a concert. In fact, if I want to choose one word to describe Arise, I would use love. Yes. So really, really want to commend you all because it's a really excellent initiative, especially around Easter time. And it's one where, you know, our viewers should indeed participate in. In fact, I'll be there. Yeah.
Nice.
So you could count one person there already. Yes. And my children, right? Mr. Pear, the floor is open to you, sir. You have an open advertisement as it relates to encouraging viewers to attend.
Well, Tobago is always the place to be. Any long weekend, any Trini, and I'm talking to the Trinis here, right? All you head over to Tobago. Tobago is the place to be. Any long weekend, Trinis like to run to Tobago, and this is the long weekend to run to Tobago. I have tasted and seen that Arise is good.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so come on. You ain't gonna be disappointed at all. And it's free. What more you want? It's free. Come out, man.
Thank you so much, sir. I am thinking that this is one not just for the young, but it is for the young, for the middle, for the elderly.
Yes.
Everybody is invited. Persons may be thinking as it relates to seating arrangement, but that would be covered, yes?
Yes, of course.
Excellent, right? So, viewers, you heard it. We have Arise. Put in the plug here again. Arise, date, time, and how they can
Arise
contact
at
you.
the amphitheater in Scarborough, 6 p.m. on both Saturday and Sunday. We're going to have a full packed cast on both nights. We're going to have a lot of giveaways on both nights, so you don't want to miss out.
Absolutely. I would just say I fully endorse what Chantal has said.
I feel like I don't want to get into trouble there. Excellent, excellent. So viewers, you heard it. Yes, Arise, Easter weekend, place to be, and we're definitely looking forward to celebrating in faith, celebrating in unity, and more so celebrating in love as we continue to, have an excellent and safe Easter weekend. Again, Arise is definitely the place to be. Thank you so much for joining us.
having us.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Mr. Pear, for joining in. All right, so
Bye.
viewers, again, you heard it. Excellent. April weekend, Easter weekend, Arise, and we are definitely there. So that is what for this morning on the morning show. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you for viewing. Coming up next, we have a GMT with Miss Chanel Felix. And as you continue to view us on Tobago Updates, I encourage you to share the live, share the live, share the live. Have a blessed day, everyone.
my brother Rollins, Christopher Alexander Boy's birthday, his 60th birthday is significant to us because one, he was not supposed to be alive at this time. When he was 10 years, he was knocked down by a car. He was diagnosed with low functional Down syndrome, and the doctor says he would live till about 30. But we thank God that he has blessed him with 30 extra years. Rollins' life's journey has not been an easy one. He endured misunderstanding, exclusion, and hardship in a very time where special needs children were not recognized. Yet, through it all, Rollins persevered. Despite these challenges, he grew into a gentle, joyful, music-loving, community-embraced soul. From playing the scratcher with the Mellow Harp Steel Orchestra, to faithfully attending church, to dancing freely at every celebration, Rollins has taught us the true meaning of resilience, joy, and unconditional love.
The first day that I came, I was searching actually, am I in the right place? And I wondered, whether Boy heard my plea. He came to me. It was the first time that I was meeting him. And he said, "You all right?" In truth and in fact, I was a bit shaky. I said yes. But that question, I think, it placed me in a zone of comfort. When he hugged me and he said again, "You're sure?" And this, they have a way they would put their hands here to see if you have a temperature. Sorry. He did that. And I think that confirmed my comfort. I said, yes, here is my place.
This is a big milestone for him because, as you know, as he is here, and today this is a big experience because usually they don't live this long. As we've heard, it takes a lot of hard work, and for him to be able to still be alive and still, this is a lot of work, a lot of love from the school. We've been around him, rallying around him and teaching him, and we want him to live for as long as he can.
We want to create an environment where persons with disabilities can live independently, participate fully in society, and access high quality inclusive care in Tobago. Mr. Rollins is a clear example of what long-term care, love, and support from family, community, and state look like. All right, Mr. Alexander King Boy, happy 60th birthday. Wishing you the very best. God bless and cheers.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
It's a brand new morning, rise up.
welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. I am your host, Chanel Felix. And ladies and gentlemen, you know whenever you see me sitting here, it's because we're about to have those conversations that you want to have while I ask those questions that you want asked. But before we get into this morning's interesting topics and conversations, let's have our news in 90 seconds. The government is moving to transform the justice system with the Probation of Offenders Amendment Bill 2026. Justice Minister Devish Maharaj introduced split sentencing, a measure where offenders serve part of their time in prison followed by supervised community probation. The goal is to slash prison overcrowding and improve rehabilitation. Under the rules, reformed individuals can even apply to have their records sealed, allowing them to obtain certificates of character and re-enter the workforce. However, the stakes are high. Any breach means returning to prison to serve the full original sentencing. Additionally, the Minister of Health has issued a voluntary recall of Rosabella moringa capsules. The product is suspected of salmonella contamination, which can cause severe diarrhea, fever, and abdominal cramps, posing a high risk to elderly and those with weakened immune systems. If you have this product, stop using it immediately and return it to the place of purchase. Contact the Division of Health or Chemistry, Food and Drug Division for guidance. And finally, Tobago's Carifta contingent departs for Grenada today to compete in the regional games. Joining the young athletes is the Secretary for Education, Skills and Innovation, Secretary Orlando Kerr, who is accompanying the team to provide ground support. After weeks of intense training, the recent distribution of THA grants, the athletes are reportedly in high spirits and ready to dominate the 2026 games. Ladies and gentlemen, that was our news in 90 seconds. This morning, we are privileged to jump straight ahead into our conversation. We're talking, obviously, about all that's happening this weekend in Tobago for the Easter celebrations. We know that Easter weekend is a big celebration here on the island, and persons often look forward to events that include the entire family. And we've been chatting this week about a number of those events, and this morning is no different. This morning I have the opportunity to sit and chat with Mr. Dexter Sandy, who is the president of the Tobago Motorsport Association. This morning we're talking about the Tobago Motorsport official drag racing competition that we're going to be seeing happening, and this is called the Ultimate 660. Good morning, Dexter, and welcome.
Good morning, Chanel, and good morning to all your viewers.
Right, and what I'm seeing here is that this is the first ever legal drag racing competition in both Trinidad and Tobago. So it's not just Tobago, it's both. And we know that drag racing have been alternative sport that has been what we call underground for a while. And it's something that persons know about, but nobody really talks about, right?
Correct.
And you just would see videos and pictures of huge crowds of persons at different places, and you would be like, well, when did this happen, or where was this? And so now, can we safely say, with this push that we've been seeing towards making motorsport an official sport on the island, that drifting is becoming more mainstream in Tobago?
Well, before I go into the event itself, for us as the Tobago Motorsport Association, we have basically been operating over the last 4 to 5 years, in a manner to make sure that motorsport survives on the island. So we're in survival mode. How do we make sure our members are able to participate in something that is disciplined and be able to enjoy use of their cars? And so we would have taken steps to do a lot of things in terms of, one, get access to parade grounds on a schedule, so you would see drifters going out there on certain Saturdays and Sundays and utilizing the space to practice, to run the practice sessions. We would have also made applications to use Belmont Road, that link road between Hope and Mason Hall, to run events. We've done rally events. We've also done the recently concluded in November, the King of the Hill. And this is just us trying to make sure that motorsport has a place for the car owners here in Tobago before one day even venture into larger competitions in Trinidad. So we had the fraternity of drag racers who for years, even as a child, I've heard about some famous street drag racers,
Right.
as we say, underground, right? Over the years. And they have kind of been clamoring, you know, we don't have a space, we don't have a space. And we, right and truly, we continue to not have a formal space. But we make use, by making the applications through the law, the police service, the Tobago Fire Service, as well as endorsements from the Tobago House of Assembly to utilize roadways. And so this time around, we have been able to secure just a quarter mile on the new back road, as we call it locally, but the right name is the
Chauvin Storby Connector Road.
Correct. Yes. But it's Winston Murray Boulevard.
Right.
On the map, it's Winston Murray Boulevard. The signage is there. So we're at the Winston Murray Boulevard, which is just between what used to be Apex Restaurant, heading east towards the roundabout. So it's within that area we really have designated as the drag strip.
Right.
And yes, it's the first time we're going to be having a street legal drag racing event in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, tell us a bit about the setup, because, you know, even as a viewer, we want to come and participate. Would there be some type of makeshift stands for people to sit in? What would the logistical arrangement look like for viewers?
All right, so for us at TMA, safety is always a priority. Safety for the participants and also for the spectators. So yes, just as we'd have with previous events, we do have a spectator designated zone that will have bleachers. We will also have an area set up with vendors so you could purchase your refreshments, that kind of thing. And this time around, we have a small entry fee of $40 to make sure that we could provide all these amenities. We do have the washroom facilities that we would always ensure that our patron coming to our events, they have washroom, they have access to food and drink, and then there's a seating area. So yes, all of that would be accommodated on the boulevard, and as well as the cars. Now the participants, the competitors, they would have their pit area. That's the area where the tents are set up, the cars would park, the drivers are able to change out their tires, do their last minute prep and checks on their vehicle before now they enter into competition.
Okay, and tell us a bit about how has the endorsement of the Chief Secretary shifted the trajectory for motorsport on the island?
Oh, well, definitely his endorsement. I mean, we met with him, that would have been 5 years ago. And at the time, we'd have also met with the Secretary with Responsibility of Sport, Wayne Clark, WASP. And both of them gave their nod from the get-go and their endorsement. And we even saw, I think it was, 4 years ago, Fali would have been a part of a drift car, right? Making the spin around on the parade grounds. And I mean, that was a one-time. We wouldn't do it again with the other Chief Sec, right? But both of them would have come on board and endorsed the motorsport activities, and they asked us, what do you all need? Until we're able to get a facility, what do you all need in place? And yes, we would have asked for a facility. Certain promises would have been made. We're still working on that for today to have some assigned space that we could probably prepare and have as our official track site for all the disciplines.
Right.
But in the meantime, we asked for the parade grounds, we'd have asked for road usage, and just to get that sort of endorsement, because besides the competitors preparing their cars and coming out, we've seen a lot of friends and family who follow these competitors coming out and supporting. Even persons, sponsors have been coming on board. We've seen a lot more recognized companies now coming on board and assisting us as the promoters, and as well as the competitors, you know, in prepping their cars, their tires, purchasing fuel. So we're seeing a growth of the motorsport industry in Tobago. And I mean, we would always look at what happens in Trinidad at Wallerfield, where Titasa, they run motorsport in Trinidad. And we would look at that as probably as a benchmark. What are some of the best practices that are happening there that we need to make sure we have happening here? Even international standards as well too. We look at that. So it's not some fellas come together and trying a thing. We do some research, we make sure we have the best practices, and we implement it here.
Excellent. I'm glad that you touched a bit on the role of the international community for motorsport, because I was just thinking, when it comes to Formula One, persons leave wheresoever they are in the world to go to Paris, to go to the Netherlands, or to go to Dubai to be a part of those competitions every year. And it's huge. So when you think about the next 5 to 10 years for Tobago, regionally and even globally, can you see us being one of those top destinations for maybe amateur motorsport racing and drifting and different elements of the sport?
The possibilities exist because we have done King of the Hill twice, and we have gotten regional interests. Last November, we had a blogger, Skunk Lifestyle. He travels the entire region covering motorsport activities from Jamaica, and he came to Tobago and he was blown away by the level of our event. The cars that we have on the island, the interest, the investment persons are putting in to their vehicles. And we have even had interest out of Grenada. How do we get competitors to come down to participate in Tobago? So it's something that we're working on. But I've seen, F1 moves around the world. There's F1 in Miami. And when F1 goes to any jurisdiction, it's really wealthy people who follow. So that's something that will really help with tourism in whatever destination Tobago definitely will see a boost in tourism if we could really get to those sort of standards. But yes, the projection is that in 4 to 5 years, even if we're not at the F1 standard, we should be at least 75% there in terms of the quality of events, the type of events. And it would mean some international collaboration as well.
Right.
To really get the international interest to come here and participate.
Right. Last year, I believe, late last year, I believe it was Q4 of 2025. I had the ability to be a part of a meeting with IDB because they came to Tobago Updates and then further invited us to attend their event of the launch of the One Caribbean initiative. And with that initiative, they were giving, or they are currently giving, I believe it's up to $250,000 for persons who have projects that are, regionally beneficial and can flow back into creating that level of economic progress on the island, whether it be in Trinidad or Tobago. So I feel like that is a great avenue to look at in terms of building out something that is sustainable. Because when we think about having a motor racing facility, we want something that is obviously world-class standard. And the only way to do that is to partner with those who have done it before. And so they have the type of network that connects you to, whether it's, organizations in Dubai or in Miami, and they give you that link that help, and they even pay for it, the consultation fees and stuff. And so as Tobago moves towards being the greatest little island on the planet, as the Chief Secretary said, I think it's important to look for those partnerships and those linkages that can help sourcing the funding and other resources that are needed to get us there. And so I hope that the
definitely
TMA taps into that.
It's something that we will definitely look into, because that's good information. And I mean, we sit as an executive kind of mapping out what's happening in the next year, what's happening in the next 3 years, and those sort of information would be key in us, setting the way forward. And I mean, it's something we'll definitely
and it's really easy. You literally just submit a 2-page or even a 1-page concept note. And they review it at the level of IDB Trinidad. They give you feedback. You send you to the next round of submitting your proposal. And you really, are able to tap into those resources. And
sounds really good.
So even as we look at the event that's happening this weekend, how does that feed into the larger picture of where we can see motorsport going on the island?
Well, let me just correct you a little bit. The event is this month, not this weekend.
Sorry, this month.
Right? The weekend is, the event is April the 19th. Right. In mapping it out, the concept was there, do we do this thing on Easter weekend? And we thought that Easter traffic is already kind of saturated. It's a lot of families that come from Trinidad to Tobago. And so it may not have been ideal to have this event also competing with car shows, because there are 2 car shows that are happening this weekend, right? And so, we decided, no, let's put this after the event, after the Easter weekend. That way our competitors, because we have a lot of interest coming from Trinidad. As it is right now, the last count we had is like about 25 cars, right? And I would say probably about 70% of that is coming from Trinidad.
Right.
So they're coming over, they're coming with their cars, drivers, family and friends. So this is, again, another boost in tourism on the island.
Right.
Persons need accommodation.
Right.
They're coming, some are coming by plane, some are coming by boat. And really and truly, part of our mandate is to grow the sport tourism on the island.
Excellent.
Right? And this event, the 660 Streets, is really going to achieve that. It's April the 19th. As I said, Winston Murray Boulevard. If you're not sure where that is, you could put it in on Waze. That's the strip just between what used to be Apex, heading east along the roadway. And it's a quarter mile. Right? But where did we get 660 from? 660, a quarter mile is 1,320 feet. 660 is half of that. So the racers are running 1.8 as a competition stretch, and the other 1.8 is ready to slow down. Right? So a lot of persons on the island, a lot of guys who have cars, whether it be Subarus, Hondas, Evos, they're all coming out. I know a lot of guys are preparing right now.
Right.
There are group chats that every day is banter happening.
Right.
Because everybody's gearing up for April the 19th.
Okay. And tell us a bit about what is needed, or what are some of the requirements to be a part of the competition. Is it already full? Is there a limit? Can I go and put, some turbo in the Visual and come out and be a part of the competition?
Yeah. So here's what, Tobago, this is open to anyone who fits the criteria in terms of the different classes. We even have this time around an electric vehicle class, an EV class. So somebody asked me, EV, so you mean I can come in my Aqua? Once your vehicle is an electric vehicle and you feel confident that you can compete, you are free to register. And as well as outside of the EV classes, we have the other regular classes, right? Those are the cars that run the turbochargers, right? And I mean, it's really something, for those who are not familiar with it, it's something new, and you should come out and see what happens. Experience drag racing on the street, see how the drivers are able to prep their vehicles. You will see the safety requirements. For example, a racer must have on a helmet. He must utilize the seatbelt that comes with the vehicle, or some persons putting an additional seatbelt in their car. There are so many safety measures that we, as the administrators of the event, we would make sure that all your wheel nuts, all 5 are on, if your car is a 5-hole. Those are some things that people may take for granted or may not think about. But we, as the administrators of the event, those are some of the safety things we look at. Your battery in your car, your battery clamp must be on. There's so many people on the road right now, they have a battery in their car, but there's no clamp. Those are some of the safety things that we look for in scrutineering the cars, just to make sure that in the event something happens, there's a very low risk of fatality.
Right. So tell us a bit about the inspection part of the competition. Is the inspection done upon registration, or is the inspection done on the day of the competition?
It's on the morning of the competition, because registration is happening right now.
Right.
Persons are sending us DMs at Tobago Motorsport Association. Persons would have called in and sent emails as well. And we would have registered cars. But on the day of the event, you show up with your vehicle.
Right.
We would now put it in a scrutineering zone, where we have specialists who would look for some of those same safety measures, making sure all your wheel nuts are on, your handbrakes is working, your tires are good. We even check the date on the tires, because a lot of people don't know that tires do expire. They just know they have on tires when they're driving, but tires do expire. So we check the date, manufacturing date on the tires. We ensure your seat belt is functional, that you do have a helmet. We'd also encourage racers to know your blood type. In the event of any emergency, we must be able to let the emergency services know, okay, this is Mr. A, this is his record, and this is his blood type in the event of an emergency. And so those are some of the things that on the day when you come with the vehicle, we will ask you for. Right? There's no alcohol permitted to be consumed in the pit area. So if it says we see anybody, whether you be a mechanic or a driver, consuming alcohol in the pit area, you'll be removed from the pit area. And that could mean you as a driver being disqualified from competition. And so again, it's very serious in what we do. We make sure that we run events as professional as possible. And April the 19th is going to be a fun day for racers. It's going to be a fun day for spectators.
Excellent. And I'm glad that you did decide to keep it on April the 19th and really try to create those avenues to spread out the tourist arrival on the island, because as we said, this weekend is already fully saturated.
Correct.
I think it's almost impossible to get a flight
to come to Tobago
this weekend, right?
It is.
And so allowing persons the opportunity to be a part of it, and as the registration is still open, just remind our audience or viewers online, how can they register for the event? What are some of the contact numbers they can use, social media handles to reach out and be a part of it?
So you can look at our Tobago Motorsport Association page on Instagram and on Facebook. You can message us there. The contact numbers it's 299-1002. You can contact Dion at 299-1002. And you can contact Randall at 620-8969. Primarily, Dion, he sits in front of the computer almost 24 hours a day,
Right.
He's really been on the buzz, on the point with taking the registration, making sure when you register, you get the rules of engagement as well to know what to look forward to, the timelines, what time you need to arrive, things like that. I mean, the event is going to be from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's for the spectators. But the competitors are going to be asked to come out at least 2 hours before. So we go through the whole scrutineering aspect, we do a test and tune, and then we go in to the competition. But again, yes, you call 299-1002 to do the registration. You contact Dion at that number, and you can also send him a WhatsApp, as well as you could message us on Instagram if it is you're interested.
Can possible sponsors, partners, or vendors use the same contact channel, or is there a different avenue?
Yes, they can. As it is right now, our vendors' allocation is full. We're at max with that, right? So we can't facilitate any more vendors at the event. But yes, sponsors have been reaching out to us up to recently. We had a sponsor came on board, and they're now looking to facilitate us with fire extinguishers, right? Safety equipment for the event. And so yes, they can reach out to us at the 299-1002. And we will be able to have that conversation, chat with them, and make them a part of the event.
Excellent. Well, Dexter, we want to thank you so much, and the Tobago Motorsport Association for ensuring that you continue to have those events that engage the public and or tourists.
Yeah.
And so we look forward to this competition becoming regional and eventually global in nature. Again, we're wishing you all the success on April the 19th.
April 19th.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, you want to be a part of that event. I know for sure I'll be there. I hope the Tobago Updates team gets up opportunity to come and be a part of it.
Definitely, we invite them to Tobago Updates team to come and cover.
Get those 360-degree angle shots, get those overhead shots, and just create the type of content that will allow the festival to grow. Definitely. And anyone who misses it would know that they really missed a big one, right?
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much for being here this morning, Dexter. Finally, is there anything that you want to say to our viewers looking on this morning before we end the conversation?
It's just an open invitation. Come out and support the local racers. Come and support Motorsport on the island. And as I said, the entry fee is $40 for spectators. We would have a nice seated area, the washroom facilities, the vendors are there available. It's going to be a nice, clean, fun day. And we're encouraging all of Tobago to come out. I mean, I've received calls from partners from Trinidad who I booked my flight, I come in 40D.
Right.
And this is one guy coming with his children, 3 children, and they're coming. So if they're making the effort, why not us who live right here? Just jump in the car, come down the road. There's parking available. There'll be a shuttle service as well to move you from the parking zone to the entry. You pay your $40, you come in and you enjoy the festivities, the 660 street festivities.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break right here and we'll be back after this. See you soon.
Trinidad, Tobago and abroad, your chance to drive away in a brand new SUV is still on. The BHS Centennial Raffle has been extended to Thursday 30th April 2026. And that's not all. Prizes include travel for two to Miami and Curacao, Tobago staycation, iPhones, computers, smart TVs and more. Tickets still only $100. Get yours at selected outlets or at islandetickets.com. Details at bishopstobago100.com/raffle.
John's Bar on the Boulevard presents the Tobago Vibes Festival. 1 weekend, 4 free events. That's right, 4 nights of freeness at John's Bar. Thursday, April 2nd, we start off with the Conscious Vibes at I Love Reggae, featuring international reggae superstar Ross Shiloh.
On to Zion we go, and I can't move slow, no.
Shiloh.
Are you satisfied? Wipe the tears from your eyes.
Also featuring TNT's very own Kevin Carter and Garden Knight, alongside your favorite reggae manic DJs. Easter weekend on the Esplanade. It's the safe and secure, admission-free, first annual Tobago Vibes Festival. See social media for details. Keywords Tobago Vibes Festival. I Love Reggae. Powered by John's Bar on the Boulevard.
Coming up, another show-stopping performance from the Republic Bank Exodus Steel Orchestra as Antigua and Barbuda got ready for its own fiesta of color and energy. New ideas for Tobago tourism delivered at the Youth Congress. This highly rated property fits in perfectly with the vacation offerings of St. Kitts and Nevis, where the future of travel was laid out. It's all next on this station.
People, the 4th and 5th of April, it's all about Arise. Tobago, we coming. Oh, let's see the video of jumping out of planes for this one. Parachuting down to the Scarborough Amphitheater. Yes, this is the place to be. Along with other friends and them, and even the ones from Tobago too. Big up all yourself. We're going to have a great time in Jesus' name. Arise!
Arise! Blissful melodies come from heaven, so his praise are given to the King that given it.
The energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago, right here on Tobago Updates. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning we continue our conversation and we're still talking about motorsports or just vehicles on whole. We're talking about what's happening this weekend, and we are chatting this morning with Mr. Lincoln MacGyver Stewart. Good morning and welcome.
Hi, good morning to you. Nice having me.
Yes, and we're talking about the Caribbean Auto Fest that's happening this weekend. And if I remember from previous conversations, there are huge prizes to be won in this particular car show competition. Tell us a bit about what's happening this weekend. We know that this is happening on Sunday, and if anybody is interested or has any idea about car shows, they know that Easter weekend in Tobago is the time to see all the cars. Actually, you start seeing cars from tonight. From tonight, you see all those cars down in Crown Point. Tomorrow, once you're in Tobago, you're gonna see the cars.
On the way here already.
Exactly. So tell us a bit about.
So to continue from where Dexter would have taken up, I'm gonna go target there, right? This weekend promises to be pretty exciting in terms of even sponsorship, where pertaining to drifting and car racing, well, more drifting in this car show event. This Caribbean Auto Fest this year was fortunate enough to attract a big sponsor in the motor industry, that is Kendall Motor Oil.
Right.
And what Kendall is doing for the first place person that would come out on top in the drifting, they are actually sponsoring. They are looking for the first place, the person who could come out on top. And they are offering a $15,000.
Wow.
Grand sponsorship, so that vehicle they would put out $15,000 working with this person to have the car upgraded, running the Kendall Motor Oil brand, and so from that aspect of it, we don't have the guys from that side offering a hefty prize already on behalf of Kendall Motor Oil.
That's exciting. So basically the vehicle kind of becomes an ambassador.
An ambassador for the brand.
Wow.
Right?
And so would the TMA be a part of that drifting? He was just here talking about drifting.
Yes,
is it open or is it already closed off?
No, it's not as it's closed. Everyone is invited. Once as you're a drifter, you have a vehicle partaking in drifting. The interest should be there now that Kendall has actually come on board to somebody to actually get the opportunity to be wearing the brand Kendall on their vehicle with the assistance. And apart from that, there would be additional oil hampers, prizes for runner-ups in the actual competition.
Right. And so this is happening at the Dwight York Stadium.
The Dwight York Stadium, yes.
So down at the parade grounds, is that where the drifting competition will be happening?
Actually, it would not be on the parade ground at the big part. It would be actually the stadium car park. That's the one in the back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In the back of the stadium that is closer to the traffic light.
Yeah, closer to the traffic light.
Understood. So we know that a number of this is called the Caribbean Auto Fest for a reason.
Yes.
Because it includes members from not just Trinidad and Tobago, but throughout the region.
Yes.
And I know that there is a prize for someone to go to, I believe it's Grenada.
It's actually St. Vincent.
St. Vincent,
yes.
Fully funded trip to St. Vincent. Tell us a bit about that.
What Caribbean Auto Fest is actually doing, linked with their Caribbean partners, is offering 6 spots, actually. So in different categories, maybe I think 1 would be from drifting, 2 would be from show cars, and 3 others would be from the song aspect of it, the audio aspect of it. So they're offering 6 spots to fully sponsored to go to St. Vincent. That's in August, to attend a show in St. Vincent.
Right. Now, car shows in the earlier days used to be predominantly focused on the viewers, and the attention would be placed on, you know, persons really coming to see and just persons displaying for the world to see all the work that they have been doing on their car for the year or throughout the years, and just making those connections with other persons who have the same passion for cars and different elements of cars. But now it has moved to more of a sport and an industry, and greater focus is being placed on the drivers and giving them more opportunities. So tell us a bit about that evolution in the sport or in the industry.
Well, some people doesn't like to call it a sport, but we tend to call it a sport because actually it is. You're competing, you know, maybe not in the way how people tell themselves sports supposed to be, but actually it's a competition. So we tend to think of it as a sport. And like I said, the evolution has taken place where before, in a car show, you just have vehicles come and just display and somebody come and watch. This is night. Now it is actual competition. And to some level, the bar has been raised as to the rewards from the competition. You know, so it makes it more interesting. Okay, I could say here now, I was fortunate, just in February, I would have taken my music vehicle to St. Lucia to enter actual Caribbean competition. Where participants from Barbados, Grenada, St. Vincent, and I was the lone representation for Trinidad and Tobago. So it is becoming more and more of something of interest where you're, apart from just coming to just see a display, there are rewards behind it, whether big, small, or this kind of thing, pushing the sport forward.
And, you know, for a number of parents, they are looking for avenues to diversify different fields or industries for their children to get into, particularly for the ones who may be a bit troubled or not academically inclined. Now, when we look at mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or different elements of engineering or just mechanics on a whole, there is that industry that persons can tap into. How can, you know, motorsport or just, you know, the car showing arena provide particular opportunities for young boys who are passionate about cars to get involved on a more technical career level?
Well, especially in audio, well, okay, let's talk about, I won't be able to elaborate too much, but we could see it for ourselves in racing. Most time, drifting and this kind of thing, when you check the involvement of tires. Tires is something that we used very frequently. So tires have to change. There's actual availability of learning in being a tire technician. Right? Then you have the electrical system of the car. You know, so there are actual avenues for people to make themselves qualified in that. Then we have the actual mechanical aspect of it. Then when we talk about the audio side, there's so much on the audio side that involved, because most time in a competition or out there this weekend, God forbid, there are guys that are going to lose some speakers, there are guys that are going to lose some amplifiers and this kind of thing. So you have these sectors of the vehicles that need to be maintained. So there are the need for people in that field. And then when you look at some of the like I said, the evolution is taking place so much that the creativity, parents should come out and actually see the creativity now that are done to vehicle where it comes to installation of music. Long time it used to be just some wires. You're seeing some wires now. We are not able to see wires. You're more seeing like an amplifier display, and then you have a lot of lighting around it, and you know, so there are actual avenues and benefits too. Young people
where
in
could
getting
come
involved.
And see elements that their children may be really excited to get into.
To see.
Not just for entertainment. But as
there are actually still
real
opportunities
for career advancement. Now we are living in a time where technology plays a huge role in how society is evolving. When we look at the involvement or the just using AI, artificial intelligence. I'm sure that we're going to see a lot of that this weekend with persons using that new technology, whether it be to operate the lights, to operate the sound system, or to use AI to get the cars to go up and down. We don't know. We don't know what we can see. We can see Transformers this weekend because persons are really going to the ultimate extent, and now with the technology, they are able to do things that they may not have done before. The technology also provides avenues for increased diagnostic testing and the efficiency and effectiveness of that. Is that also an area for young persons to look into as it pertains to even like coding and software development to help further evolve the industry outside of what we are seeing now?
Yes, and I think Caribbean Auto Fit should be one of the events or the event to attend to this weekend in seeing the evolution as to where the technology has gone, where cars are concerned. And the thing about it is that I mean, I'm in it, so I would see what is taking place. But Tobago basically get this one big chance Easter time, which this is something customary, to see where we have moved from in terms of this technology. So I'm urging each and everyone out there, parents, bring out the kids to this level of show in Caribbean Auto Fit to see exactly where we have moved from last year to this year.
Right, and just remind our viewers, this weekend we're talking about Sunday. This is Sunday the 5th of April, and that's happening at the Dwight York Stadium.
Yes.
And would the event be happening at different parts of the stadium? So you have some stuff happening at the top, some stuff happening at the back, or is everything going to be at the back of the stadium?
Everything is going to be at the back of the stadium. I think the involvement of the training ground and this sort of thing arrangement are made there to make sure that it's very spacious to facilitate what is to be offered.
So there will be ample parking
and everything.
Bathroom facilities,
yes. So you don't have to worry.
Areas.
Yes, vending areas and thing. And the nice thing about it is that Caribbean Auto Fit is not going to be that stringent or that thing to people. One of the things for this alignment weekend and this kind of things, when everybody had their drinks, but fortunately or unfortunately, drinks prices are very high. So, sometimes in some events, they tell you no coolers allowed and this kind of thing. This is an event where we allow you to bring your cooler, walk with what you want to drink, so that way you won't be focused on the burden of going to a bar to line up, not to get drinks on time. So you are offered the opportunity in Caribbean Auto Fit to walk with your coolers and get access to your drinks and ice, things like ice and all these kind of things, soft drinks, everything going to be provided along with whatever you can do.
And it's Caribbean Auto Fit. Would you say that you're seeing a greater level of automation in the evolution of the sport now? It's less manual, less things to do with your hand. Before, a man may have had to go in his car and flip a switch and then you see everything start lighting up and everything. Well, now a person might just click a button on their phone and everything, starts happening. So do you see that greater move towards automation in the industry?
Yes, actually, look like, let's say for the car audio, normally you would have seen everybody by the vehicle or going inside the vehicle to put on the music and this kind of thing. Right now, you'll be seeing vehicles and you would ask yourself, but what the person who playing this vehicle? Because the person actually in the crowd using a tablet, using an iPad, this kind of way, and operating their sound system from there in terms of changing tracks, volume up, this kind of thing. So the evolution is definitely taking place, and hence the reason why I'm focusing on the fact that, parents should try to make this event something to bring the kids to see, because kids are catching fast that this is their age. There are certain things I can't even do on my phone. I have my kids with me, because of the fact that this is not my
era. They are the technology.
So, it's definitely moving and leaning strongly towards that side of things.
Of evolution. Now, finally, is there anything that you want to say to our viewers looking on about getting their tickets, being at the venue on time, or just the logistics, where they're parking, all of that?
Okay, I'm not too much at liberty to say pertaining to the parking, so I won't try it, but I know that there will be secure parking, there will be even the parking areas, wherever there will be security personnel to make sure that your vehicle is secure and this kind of thing. Tickets were, there were outlets that tickets were sold, but I would advise that those tickets are sold out. So right now, everyone is encouraged to come to the actual venue. They'll be facilitated. And the prices of the tickets, it's $100 for adults. It's $60 for kids 6 to 12, and 6 and under, kids are free. Drivers and vehicles, it's $200 for you and your vehicle to go inside to the event to participate in the event.
Thank you so much. Well, that's a lot of information. So, you know, persons can definitely be a part of what's happening on Sunday. Again, we want to thank you so much, MacGyver, for being here. And we look forward to seeing you on display on Sunday.
I'll be there.
Excellent. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this morning's discussions. We want to thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments, and all that you have been doing and continue to do to make Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Again, I am Chanel Felix, and have a great day.
Tobago Updates.